They're the big don't argue. Get off me, he says. Clear the tarmac. It's takeoff time.
Media Vintage Sports Network presents Play-by-Play Podcast with Jordan Hughes. Alrighty, welcome in Play-by-Play Rugby, another weekly fix of your favourite rugby podcasts. Plenty on the show tonight. Around recap, Club Rugby, Wallaroos, Black Ferns, Japanese and European finals, and of course our Super Rugby Round 14 picks and preview, and to break it all down alongside Regan Stowers, Tyler Campbell. Welcome in, gents.
Yep. Hungry.
Apologies, guys. I am eating right now. Didn't get much food at work today, so I'm doing a bit of multitasking.
That's all right. How are you, big dog? Ree, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Nice and tan.
You are looking a bit bronzed.
Yeah. Shirt off at work.
Yeah, right. Okay. It's getting cold now, though, isn't it?
Got to capitalise, exactly. You got to capitalise when the opportunity's there.
You're looking sharp, mate. All right, let's waste no time. So much footy to get into. It's been a pretty big 7 days since we last caught up. We'll start with Super Rugby Round 13. Moment of the week.
My moment of the week, I'm going to stick with the theme I had last week. Not a particular moment, but just something that every fan of any other sport can relate to, and that was the razzle-dazzle, the fancy feet throughout Super Rugby. I had Ravu Talmunda when he made that break, and that'll end up bringing me back to my next bit, which I'll fill you in on. Yep. And then Moana Pacifica, their halfback, got the Hurricanes boys grasping at air.
You a bit stressed there a little bit? They were played all right.
Nah, never stressed. Faithful, that's why.
Okay.
And then Funaki for the Blues.
Yep.
Like, the other ones are so, like, blatant. Like, he's clearly doing them over. But, like, if you watch that Funaki try, he steps back, gets the fullback to stand up, and then jinks back into that space, creates an opportunity for him to score. And he had a lot of work to do there.
Absolutely.
And then that also brings me back to my next thing. And this is my what the fuck moments of the week.
Yeah, there we go.
Bro, Vunivalu, what are you up to?
Yeah, I had it written down.
Oh my goodness, that is just silly.
So for people that don't know, what happened?
Oh, so Ravu Talmunda makes that break. Oh no, that's later. That was the second one, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first, I think.
Yeah, well, anyway, so someone makes a break. They go to step past Vunivalu. They do him dirty. Like, he's no chance of making the tackle. And he sticks his leg out. Gets yellow carded for it, comes back on the field not too long later. Someone's about to score a try, steps him, doesn't dirty again. He sticks his foot out.
It's just
Red
like a
card,
natural
penalty try.
instinct. Ridiculous.
Nah, I don't even reckon that's not even like
Well,
a
do you
natural
remember he used to do it
instinct.
a bit in league? Back when he was playing the Storm, he used to do that as well. It's a bad habit he's had for a long time.
Yeah, I think it's just, that's almost like ego, eh? Like, you know you've been beaten, you're like, fuck, just...
Yeah, true. I'm sure he's all heard all week, but it's just dumb, man.
Yeah,
Like,
and then the other what the fuck moment, Quinton Strange. What are you up to?
I missed this. What happened?
Did you not see it?
No.
Crusaders lot tapped it dead against
Oh,
the Brumbies.
okay.
Just blatantly smacks
so
it dead.
Penalty try, game over.
Yeah, we had
Brumbies win.
that was my few talking points.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to that in a second.
Yeah.
But what was your moment?
Firstly, I got to ask, are you watching just highlights or are you watching full games?
No, watching all the games. Don't worry
Just
about
talking
me,
about
mate.
the highlights.
I'm just talking about what the fans like to see.
Yeah. Facts, mate. I like it.
I guess for me, my moment of the week, and we obviously touched on that game just then, but is the Drua.
Yeah.
Undefeated midday games in Fiji.
Yeah.
Can't lose if they're playing at 12
Facts.
o'clock our time. I don't know what the time is over there.
2
o'clock games at home. They cannot lose. So if I'm them and doing scheduling next year, I'm asking for 2 o'clock games at home every week I can.
It's quite crazy, isn't it? They just don't lose in the
They
daytime.
just play different. Like
Yeah.
literally, all their things that they try to do away, they stick. Like the offloads, the dancing around, like it all just works for them in Fiji.
I think they get the fans behind them too. Like you
Yeah.
see how packed the crowd is and all the noise that comes with it. It like just gives them an extra sort of, I guess, boost of confidence and a bit of extra work rate, and it just everything works well for them, and they just play outstanding. And I know it wasn't the Red's strongest team. I know they rested a couple of boys, but it's still a game of Super Rugby. And a game they probably needed to
They
win.
needed to win. I don't know why
if
they were
they
resting, but
were wanting to play in the top four. So I think it was a big loss for them, and I think moving forward, I think now they're in a bit of a position where they're going to be in that fifth spot, playing either the Brumbies or Chiefs at home in a quarter final.
Yeah, tough. For me, I enjoyed the Western Force again, back-to-back wins. I know the Tars have been poor, but good to see them stand up and dominate. And then Bailey Kunzel at 13, he played absolute blinder, and has Had a good season, I reckon.
I think, like, he's obviously played really well, but I think Kurtley Beale has actually had a massive positive impact for them.
Chat.
The way, like, he's not the quickest anymore, and I was a bit funny about him playing fullback. But one thing he does really well is he hits the ball at full pace, and has got such good skills to sort of set up the guys outside and inside him, and obviously his organising, his experience, that stuff. It's really just brought their attack a little bit to another level, and they're starting to sort of, I guess, reap the rewards of having such an experienced player in there that they're now won a few in a row, and they're actually quite secure in that 8 with the teams below them struggling at the moment. So it looks like they are going to play finals, and I reckon a month ago we sat here and said they're no chance.
Yeah.
But shows you the ridiculousness of the comp, but also how much that they've improved over the last sort of 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
Right, and Donaldson is in some hot form at the moment.
He's almost must be 10 for all these.
That's what I reckon.
Nah, I still think it's Noah, and he's on the
okay.
bench. I think Carter Gordon's been pushed out.
Yeah, Carter's struggling this year a little
Yeah.
I just think you can't go past Noah and how well the
Sure.
Brumbies
Yeah,
are playing when
fair.
he's at 10.
Yeah, good chat. So that was sort of our moments there. I want to touch on, get your opinion. The Vunivalu Vunivalu experiment. The last few years hasn't dominated at super level. Had a few caps at Wallabies. Hasn't shined. Hasn't been the Falau like they thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
What happens from here? Where do we go? Ree?
Well, I think there's no doubt that he is athletic.
Yes.
Like, he is built for the game of rugby. But, I mean, if you don't have the mentality, like if you don't have the rugby IQ, know what to do, especially in an outside back position, knowing what to do off the ball is almost 90% of your job when you're at that kind of level. You need to know where you're meant to be. You need to know how to read attacking kickers, where they're going to be before they're going to be there. And I feel like probably that's what's letting him down, is rugby IQ. I feel like Israel Folau was more of a flary player, and he understood those things, and like he seemed like he was switched on with his rugby IQ, and he was able to just create something out of nothing. So I think that was what his point of difference was, and you could see it when he was playing for the Wallabies. He was literally...
And he doesn't do the shit we saw on the weekend.
And Vunivalu always does that.
Yeah, just does.
Even when he was in league.
Yeah.
I remember I seen him catch a kick, unbelievable catch, dives on the ground, catches it, runs back for Melbourne Storm, and then jumps up and tries to head kick someone.
Yeah.
But it just looks like that from the outside looking in. It just looks like maybe his rugby IQ isn't up to par for that level.
I think it's a tough one. And the reason for it being, if he wasn't on so much money, I don't think the convo's as us being as harsh.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You get paid the big dollars. You got to, take the big criticism on the chin. And, there's obviously been glimpses of it. They had a game for the Wallabies last year. I think it was the one against France where the Wallabies got blown out.
Yeah.
And he was outstanding. He was the best player on the field. So he's obviously got the talent to do it, and he's been a project. But it doesn't seem like teams have worked out how to get him into the game either, or fit him into the game plan. Because there's one thing he's probably the best in the world at, and that's high ball and crossfield kicks. And I don't think he gets enough of them.
No, we don't.
Like we saw one a couple of weeks ago against the Blues. Kalani did that box kick back over, and he dropped it. And he probably should have scored. It was probably you call it the most Vunivalu moment that we've seen, where goes out, beats 3 defenders in the air, and then drops it over the line. But we haven't seen enough of that sort of stuff that gets him into the game and gets him sort of what he's good at. And this is the hard thing when you bring leagueies across. You don't want to bring a leaguey across that is known for two things in league: getting up on the high ball and finishing tries. He was never your winger that was a Josh Adokar that you expected to make 70-metre runs, we've compared him to Falau. Falau, when he was playing league, was a centre, wing. He was everything. He had all the skill set that translates probably a lot easier into rugby sort of winger. Rugby
but we can't
fullback.
forget as well, he went to St. Kitts, didn't he? Vunivalu.
Yeah,
He
but
came
that's
from a rugby school, yeah. Yeah, but it's still that's where you
Also
learn the
played rugby
basics.
growing up in Fiji.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's just I don't think Aussie rugby have found a way to get him involved, and now it's getting to the point where they're like, okay, do we let him go because he is taking
He's
up a
very
big chunk?
inconsistent, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing. You don't want to be known as someone that when you do something bad, it's like, oh, that's what he does. Like you just said before, a Vunivalu moment.
that's where we're at.
The biggest Vunivalu moment. You don't want that. You want to have consistency in your game, especially if you are pushing for those higher honours. And he doesn't have it.
And I think it's the big expectations that came with him too.
Yeah.
There's games where he's done nothing wrong, but because he hasn't been the best player on the field or hasn't had big moments with that expectation, people do rinse him a bit.
Yeah. Oh, same thing will happen. Exact same thing will happen with Joseph Suaalii. If he doesn't fire from the
Spot
go,
on,
if he doesn't fire from the go, like it'll be the exact same
thing.
Like critics will be going hard at him. Like we spent all this money to
it's
get you.
cutthroat, eh?
Yeah.
And you know what? It's fair.
Yeah.
Big money comes big expectation, and you got to take
It's called
that
professional
criticism.
sport.
Yeah.
All right, before we move on from that, rather say his contract's up. I'm not sure when it is, but this year or next year, what are you doing? Are you saying enough's enough, or you Vunivalu?
Well, I'm not saying enough's enough. If you can get him a lot cheaper,
Yeah. Okay.
yes. But I'm going to be honest. I'm not paying him the 600-700K he's on.
Yeah.
He's probably only worth sort of that 150-200K winger now because I don't think Aussie Rugby's in a place.
Bit of a drop.
Yeah, but they're not in a place to sign a winger to that much money.
We just
for
did
me.
that, didn't we? Suaalii.
Well, I think
Yeah,
he can.
but like that
he
is-
can play 13 or 15 though.
True.
But that's not what's gonna like. Obviously, having good outside backs is pretty
No,
good.
that's not what Aussie Rugby needs.
Yeah.
They need to invest in the sort of spine positions. Your hooker, your 8,
Yeah.
your 9, your 10, your 15. Like those.
We
are
got
sort of-
tens. We got tens.
We got 10s coming through, but we don't have world
But
class.
yeah,
10s
yeah.
yet.
But that's where you would be throwing your money if you're trying to
yeah,
bring
That's
up the
what-
level of the team. You're not throwing it at wingers.
I'd be throwing if I'm getting someone from league. I'm looking at someone that can sort of play 8 because I don't think playmakers translate across very well because they're two different games.
No.
You look at Benji Marshall when he come across,
That was shocking.
flopped out because he wasn't really a 10 because there's a lot more. The tactical side of it's so different. They're two totally different games.
The only guy I can think of that did play a bit of 10 at Wallabies was Matt Rogers. He played a bit of 10, 12, and he mostly outside backs. But
He was
played-
mostly 12s, yeah.
But you're right. You can't think of anyone. That's
But he
done it
also
well.
went to TSS and played rugby all his life growing up.
Rugby background.
Yeah.
True. Marshall was a flop. Eh?
Yeah.
Marshall was a league all the way through touch. Maybe played a little bit of rugby in NZ, but nothing at a level.
Got put at fullback, and when a high ball came towards him, the
Yeah.
bars of it.
Yeah, no good. Anyway, we can talk about this all day, but we'll move along. My next point was you mentioned it, the Brumbies 32-24 over the Crusaders. What a way to win a game. Do we like this rule? What do we think about how it all played out?
I think the rule. We know the rule.
The rule's fine.
The rule. The rule's fine. The rule doesn't need to change.
Whether it's a stupid rule or not, it's been around since rugby started. This is not a rule
Yeah.
that's just come out.
Yeah, okay.
It's a brain fade. The only argument is it a penalty try?
Well, yeah, I'll ask the question.
Yeah, I don't think it's a penalty try.
But regardless, people are complaining. That doesn't change the outcome. Now Noah gets a kick in front.
Yeah.
Regardless,
That is true.
the Brumbies are winning
True.
the game.
Yeah,
But
it
there's
is
a
true.
like people
You're
are
right.
complaining about it, and I'm sitting there going, well, at a bare minimum, it's a penalty. It's probably I don't think it's a penalty try because no one was there to be in a try scoring position with the amount of players that were around
Yeah,
that ball.
exactly.
Yeah.
But it's still a penalty, 5 meters out, 5 meters from the post, and yeah, it puts a bit more chance in the result. But Noah just his slotted kicks the whole game.
True,
He
yeah,
almost just
yeah.
slotted one from 40 on the angle from the sideline. It's hit the post. So for me, it's not that big of a.
They lose either way.
They lose either way for me. So I don't think it's that big of a call, but it's just the fact that people want something to complain about.
Yeah, okay. Hell of a game, though, wasn't it?
I feel like Crusaders without Sevu Reece, they're not even coming close in these games. Like the tries that he's scoring
Yeah.
are off the back of him. Like he's just getting in there and he's finding opportunities to make a difference.
He's got to be on one wing for sure. The All Blacks. He have to
I
be.
think so. Well,
What more can he do, man?
I feel like it almost has to be him and Caleb Clark because Caleb Clark has been.
Oh, hang on, what about Mark Taleo? He's probably still been one of the best wingers. That's the problem.
That's
Yeah,
the
we had
problem.
this chat
You
every
can-
week.
yeah, we can't.
Here's where you run into the
I
issue.
think about it like almost every time before we come in the podcast, and then I'm like, we can't do this. We did it last week.
You also forget Will Jordan will be back very
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, anyway.
The thing is, I don't think Noah Sevu's actually committed to NZ rugby past 20. I think this is his last year of his contract.
Okay.
So he's probably in the All Black squad, but if he hasn't contracted on from 25 onwards, you're not investing in a winger, especially with the talent around when you've got guys that are looking to be in that position coming into the next World Cup.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially if they're neck and neck,
Yeah. And
why
you got
would I
someone who's
pick
staying.
Sevu over Talia
Yeah.
when Talia's here for the next 3 years? Like,
Exactly
that's
right.
just my thought process around it. And I love Sevu. And one thing for me of his interview after the game, you could see, how gutted he was. But he made the comment, that game summed up the Crusaders' season.
He spoke really well about that.
Like, they literally have lost, they've won 2 games, and their for and against is only like -14.
Yeah.
Which
They're
means
all close.
they're losing by 1 point or 1 try every week, and you got to feel for them. Oh no, not really. Not those guys.
I feel for Cebu.
But that's what I mean. Feel for the players, not because they've had enough winning over the last few years. So it's good to see other teams winning. But yeah, it's just sort of been a harsh run for them, and got to feel for the coach because I think he's gone.
You reckon they sack him?
We've got a third worst now Super Rugby record of all time.
And would you say he's had one of the worst Crusaders teams, like as far as cattle wise though? Has he had the worst roster or not?
Yes, he had. Like, it's not a bad roster. It's not a bad roster,
That's what
but
I'm
from
saying.
what the
If you
Crusaders
compare.
were,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It is.
that's what we're saying. There's so much talent in that team.
Yeah.
There's no excuse not to be a final side.
Yeah,
to be in the top eight teams. You'll say maybe they're not a top 4 team or 3 team on talent.
yeah.
But there's still a lot of All Blacks, a lot of All Black prospects in that team. A lot of internationals they've brought in. When you talk about Johnny McNichol, Lee Halfpenny, a lot of experience. I don't think there's an excuse to not be a final side or at least
You're right.
top 4. I think there's still the talent to be a top 4 side.
But I think in terms of Crusaders and how they have been, if you go back year to year and you had to pick this team against this team, they're losing almost every single year against.
Reece and Cody Taylor would any other team, like who else you got? Obviously
Okay, I asked you this. Levi Amua was arguably the best centre in the comp last year.
Hasn't fired this year though.
Hasn't fired this year.
Yeah.
Dallas McLeod got his first All Blacks cap and was in the All Blacks squad last year. Hasn't fired. Big reps on Rivers Rayhunter and Nigel Hotham as young halves coming through. This was the same like when Richie Mwanga and Mitch Drummond were coming through under Razor. We weren't talking about, like they were being talked about as the next sort of young ones coming through, and he managed to develop them into the players they are.
Well, Richie could learn off Carter.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he got bled in, didn't he?
Carter was...
Who was before Richie?
Carter didn't really
Did he
play
go
for
Carter?
the Sliders for years. It was Colin Slade was around, then he left.
Colin Slade and All Black.
Yeah, gun.
But these guys have been behind Richie the last 5 years.
Have they been
Rivers hasn't, but Fergus Burke's been there the last 3 years behind Richie.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah, but I mean, like, so you're going to argue that if you're going back throughout the years?
I reckon there's going to be Crusaders teams that are about on par with that have done a lot better. I don't think
And
there's any
you're
excuse for this coach.
and that's coaching, you're saying?
Yes, I'm saying the coaching's not good enough. There's no personnel. When the personnel he's got is still good enough to be a top 4 side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the
I
best
do agree
Sabres
that.
team.
I do agree that.
Because it's still, but even when Scott Barrett, Cody Taylor, these guys have come back in, they're still not winning.
Yeah.
Something's wrong there.
True. All right, Penny, you're gone.
Let him bolt.
Yeah. All right, plenty of good chat there. And then the final major news piece from the weekend and early this week. Darren Coleman sacked from New South Wales Waratahs. We sort of saw this coming. Quarterfinals in 22 and 23 and just 2 wins this season. He's sacked. He will coach out the remaining 2 games and that'll be done and dusted. Easy pick for you, Ree? Had to go.
I kind of feel bad for him.
So do I a little bit, yeah.
Bro, they're like 10 deep on props. Like, and I know that that's not where the losing started. But, like, I don't know.
It's pretty cutthroat, isn't it?
It is cutthroat, but not as bad as Brad Arthur in the NRL.
Yeah, well,
Bro, he hasn't had halves all year. They got rid of him.
yeah,
So, I
he'd be a
mean,
coach.
well, you're getting paid money and your job is to make your franchise win.
Games.
I feel like if you're not doing your job in any other capacity of life, you're going to get fired for not doing your job.
True,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
And the Waratahs always judge harshly than everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, Tyler, how'd you see it?
I think it's also very harsh. And the reason, does he deserve, and he didn't perform, obviously, but he changed the culture a bit in the Tars. He started bringing in club guys that were in form,
Yep.
and they obviously made back-to-back quarterfinals. They started to improve. This year, as you said, they've had a bit of injury. They had Fiketti missing at the start of the year. Parisi's been in and out. They've had a lot of young guys coming in. They lost their best player in Angus Bell. Like, he's arguably one of the top loose heads in the world. Like, he performs every week in, week out. Lost him early, let alone all the other props that they've lost. And I just feel like
Jorgensen, gone.
Jorgensen, I don't know how I feel about him yet, but we
Yeah.
won't get into that.
Okay.
But there's just a lot of guys that have sort of been in and out or missing, that there's been no continuity, and it's pretty tough to see him obviously get sacked. The Waratahs definitely out now.
I think they're gone, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they'll make it, but yeah, it's a harsh one because I think he's done so well with the teams and he put a lot into it and did help change the culture a bit down there. So if the next coach doesn't come in and change anything and they go backwards again, well, then we'll know if it's the right call or not.
And you're right on culture. He seems like all the guys love playing for him too. Like, because he was a coach at Gillantini's in LA first. Before then, everyone, Giddo and Adam Cooper, they always rave about how good he was and stuff. But cutthroat. So I asked the question: who do they get? Obviously, Michael Checker's been spoken about. Nathan Gray's on the radar. Do you go for a club coach overseas? Anyone? Well, like, what do we do here?
Is Jason Gilmore still there?
Wasn't he attack coach of the Reds, but then he went to them, eh?
Yeah. He's been there now since 2019, I think.
Okay.
So
He has to step up.
yeah, potentially it's him, I think.
Deserves a crack.
He was the Aussie A coach last year too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I think Gilly steps up there unless they
Do a Les
look
Kirsten
at the
find
Reds.
overseas,
The Reds have had success finding someone from overseas, but otherwise I think Jason Gilmore's the guy that deserves a chance. And this is the thing: if you go overseas again, we're not developing those pathways for rugby coaches in Australia to sort of keep building the game, and that's what they need to do and get those coaches back to the juniors. And
it's huge. I had that exact conversation with Sean Hedger about it, and he said like creating a pathway for coaches as well. Because if we keep doing this and just getting overseas coaches, these guys first grade coach for years, they're just going nowhere. Why do they bother?
Exactly. No development here.
Yeah. So I think they do go someone local. And I reckon Nathan Gray, he's doing well the 20s. I reckon in a few years' time, though, he could be someone that could be...
Well, that was Gilly. He was doing
Yeah.
the 20s when I was under 20s.
Yeah. Okay, he deserves a crack then.
Yeah, I think so.
I like it.
Worked his way up the ranks.
Yeah, good. Because he's an attack man, a backs guy.
Yeah.
I think he does a bit of everything.
Yeah, okay.
I think we were doing... I think he was the defence coach when I was down
Oh,
there.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so anyway, we're interested to see it. But I reckon they've got to do it soon, so then they can start trying to retain some of these guys before they all fuck off. But,
Yeah. I mean, with the Coleman discussion, like, that was already sort of in debate before the season had started. Whether
Remember he said?
Yeah,
He had
exactly.
4 games? Or?
Yeah, he had 4... Well, at the start of the season, that's what everyone thought, 4 games, and then he's done. I mean, he bought himself a bit of time.
Yeah. Yeah, not much more. But anyway, so, plenty of news there and plenty of discussion from the lads. All right, let's get into our club rugby recap from the weekend. Queensland Premier Rugby, the grand final rematch, Brothers, too good for West, 31 points to 12. 26 all draw between Sunnybank and the Magpies. The Gallopers, too good for North, 55 points to 22. And unfortunately, we're going to have to talk about it. You boys going down 28-27 to the Tigers right on full time. Obviously a tough one, boys, but once again, you two were outstanding. We won't delve into it too much, but yeah, disappointing.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't find it disappointing. I find it annoying because we put ourselves in a position to lose that game with ill discipline and not working on the things that we've worked on the last few weeks. And
Bro, even besides that, like the lapses that we have, if you came down and you watched some of the shit that we do, you'd think that you were watching schoolboy or even club footy, like fucking, like 2 people,
like bush country. Yeah.
Self-control.
Well, and to be fair, it is a bit of a collective thing that we're not getting that discipline side of things right. And it sucks to lose a game like that.
Yeah, of course.
And for me, my feeling after the game was a bit of I was disappointed, but I was also sort of angry because we should never have been in the position to lose that game. We should never have been 17-5 at halftime. And full credit to East. We had something like 36 entries into the 22.
Yeah, hard. And they had 3 yellow cards.
And they had 3.
And they outscored us in the times that they were down 2 men and 1 man. So,
And it's we're just not doing the right things. And, a bit of it's inexperience, a bit of it's just not thinking at the right times.
Yep.
So hopefully we can switch that round. But the lucky thing for us is we are the luckiest team in the world with the fact that we've only won 2 games, but are only 6 points out of the 4th.
Yeah, well, this comp's bloody even this year.
It's so even. We win this week. We end up being, for the bonus point, we're 1 point behind South, so we're 4th at the moment. Granted, Bank plays UQ, one of them will go in if we win, blah, 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 but it's so congested, and I don't think you've ever seen a team that's won 2 games be this close to the 4 at this point of the season, so
it's
we're lucky in a way.
Definitely not danger times, you've got plenty. But it shows you guys the positives. It shows you the kind of footy you guys are playing when it's going good. It's fucking good to watch.
Yeah, well, that's what makes it even harder.
Yeah, I know. But you can score points.
Yeah, we know, in our group, we know that we can score points. Like, we know that's not the problem. If we hold on to the ball, though, like Tyler said, 30, how many entries?
30, I think 33, 34, something like that.
That many entries into the 22 with
For only 4 tries.
with the team that we have is
5
just...
tries.
5, yeah.
No, 4.
Oh, 4.
Only scored 4. It's only 26 points. 27 with a penalty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it just shows that there's something wrong. Like, literally, straight up, there's something wrong. We can't retain ball. We get in the
force
right
things.
spots and then,
Get held up 3 times. Stuff up our maul. Like, there's so much things going on that we just need to sort of work out how we're going to attack. And I hope we've made some changes and some tweaks, and hopefully we can put on performance this week against Souths. Like, we're obviously trying to put that game behind us and obviously move forward on to what's next. And we've got a big challenge because Souths probably haven't performed how they've wanted to perform.
They've fallen off a little bit. They're going all right, and they've dropped off a little bit.
I don't know if it's dropped off. I think for them's continuity. Their team changes every week because you got players like Taj Anning coming in and out. You got McLaughlin Phillips coming in and out. You got Connor Vest going in and out. So for them, I think they've just struggled with continuity. They've had, got thumped by UQ. Drew of Sunnybank. They'll be targeting this game because they need a win as much as we need a win. So it's going to be a good game.
Huge,
I think for us, we've got to actually match that. It's going to be sort of finals footy intensity, I guess, because it's a must-win game, and hopefully, I hope we come out on top. But it's going to be an interesting game, I think.
Yeah, bloody oath. Exciting, mate. There's no reason why you guys shouldn't go out there and do a job. One thing I want to get a reaction on the kickoff. You let it bounce, and then the feet from you, big dog. Fuck, that was filthy. And then obviously him on the tile on the inside. Talk me through that.
But even then, like...
Ruined the highlight.
Even then, why the fuck didn't they catch the ball?
Yeah, there was a bit of a stuff up there.
Like, straight up.
Okay.
Like,
we got blessed that it bounced into Rian's hand.
Yeah, of all people.
And he managed to use the feet, and I managed to beat the last defender and
Yeah, what happened, mate?
tripped over my own feet. Got 2 Gumby. I just wanted someone else to, score a try.
You did well to be there to keep up with him, to be fair, up the middle.
What are you trying to say this week? Every week, mate.
I'm just saying, you fucking did well, mate.
no, where do you come from, though? Are you... Oh, you're up in front of me.
Are you on the 10?
I was by Geordie when you got the ball.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so you did do well.
I assumed you were going to beat that guy and started running.
Yeah.
Smarter, not harder, guys.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. I was going fucking nuts calling it. But we scored next phase, I think, anyway.
We quick tapped and then spread wide. We got a card from Drew. That's why I fell over. I knew they'd give away another card.
Yeah, he was hanging around a bit.
But I reckon next time I just keep taking them on.
Yeah, fuck oath. This was third whack.
Don't be surprised if I tackle you.
And he's in the clear. Oh no, Tyler Campbell with the ankle tap.
It was some good footy, and we'll move along. But it was an entertaining game. We'll bounce back this week, boys. So good luck with it. All right, let's go to a bit of women's rugby. The Pac4. Some big upsets on both sides of the fence. The Wallaroos going down to United States 32-25 after leading 17-8 at half time. Whereas the Black Ferns going down to Canada for the first time ever 22-19. Just epic. Thoughts, boys?
Before you told me, I didn't even know that Canada was good at women's rugby.
This is the funny thing, right? Like, obviously an upset 'cause they'd never beat New Zealand.
Yeah.
Canada's now second in the world. They were third in the world. This wasn't like
They're good.
10 beating 2.
Yeah.
This was 3
But
beating
in
2.
New Zealand, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
No, I know what you
like,
mean,
but like I just said, like for people that don't watch a lot of women's rugby, they're thinking, "What the hell? Canada just beat New Zealand."
Because Canada and the men's are nowhere. So you
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
They
So
didn't
like,
even make the last World Cup.
Yeah, exactly right. So,
Canada's always been relatively strong in the women's, though.
Sevens have been good too.
So, like, they're always around the World Cup and they're always around the quarters, top 4, which is quite surprising because you wouldn't expect it. So it's not like they're a non-program that's come out of nowhere. They've always been relatively strong. So it was good to see them get that first win against NZ and obviously the passion behind it. And I think it also lights a bit of fire under those NZ girls.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they've been really tested too much since the World Cup. I know last year they had that little bit of a international sort of fixtures.
Yeah.
It's good to see that game's growing. But now it's good to see, like, they get better, now they can bounce back, they train harder, they get that sort of vibe going and sort of leading and building into the next World Cup.
On the other side, the Aussies, listening to America, mate, what it's doing. That second half was revolting.
They're in trouble.
17-8 at half time. They don't lose. You don't lose at fucking America.
And how many players do you reckon they've lost in the last 5 years, or let's go 3 years, to rugby league? Even young players coming through that hadn't got a Wallaroos cap yet.
Yeah. It's going to keep on going.
And I think it's going to keep that way until we invest into that. And, we've obviously invested into the women's sevens after they won in 2016. And look how well they've done the last sort of few years.
Yeah.
They've always been a top 2 team. Did they win a gold? No, obviously won 2016, but they didn't win the last. They won the Commonwealth, won the World Series. So
To
we
be
need
fair,
to invest
in
in
RA's
15s.
defence, they are invested. A lot of these girls are getting full-time contracts now.
Yeah, but is it the
It's chump
same?
change.
Yeah,
But
is
it's-
it
No,
matching
well,
that same?
I think a top girl is going to get 75, 70, which is probably not league numbers, but it's a start. I
Be
guess.
close to league numbers. I don't think league's that much higher
true.
than that.
Yeah, like some of those top girls will be on that, but it's the talent though. It's the caliber. They're not
Yeah.
as. Yeah, I know. I don't
That's
do
not a lot of money if that's what you're doing for your job.
time. Yeah, true.
Yeah, full time.
Yeah, so they got some work to do, and then obviously against New Zealand this weekend, it's going to be a hell of a test. But
Yeah,
I'd love to see them do it. But yeah, of course, the World Cup's in England next year, which is going to be really good. Like the footy's going to be sick, I reckon. But yeah, they've always got some work to do. Did you watch the game? See highlights or anything?
No.
Yeah, anyway.
Normally I try to, but I was a waste of space on Sunday.
Yeah, it was too good. So anyway, Canada winning the Pac4 for the first time ever. Very exciting for them. Some more rugby around the world. I'm sure you don't know too much about this, but the Japanese finals on this week. The Brave Blossoms reaching a Leach in that side. Frizzell taking the Panasonic Wild Knights. Corabetti, Dylan Riley, Dalendi. Thoughts? Any thoughts?
Richie Mwanga, we need to get our checkbook out and bring him back to NZ.
yeah.
So they
He was
weren't.
phenomenal in that semi-final. And that
Yeah.
team was not expected to be
No,
in the grand
that's what I'm
final.
saying, no.
He is playing out of his skin at the moment.
Yeah.
And he's the best New Zealand 10 in the world. And he's not in New Zealand. He's not going to be in the All Blacks this year. And that sucks.
Yeah.
He
And then you got DMAC as well over here carving up Super Rugby at 10.
Yeah, facts. Do you have a tip? I might back the underdog here. The Blossoms.
It's pretty hard because that Wild Knights team is stacked.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Wild Knights.
And what they've done really, really well is they've brought players in who are internationals that are now
Japanese internationals?
Japanese internationals, and they bring in another stock of fresh internationals that like Dill Riley, Benny Gunter, all those boys.
Got Nelson.
Cool Nelson don't count towards the international quota because they're now Japanese
Locals.
eligible. They're locals.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you reckon Marika comes straight back into Wallabies?
Yes.
Is he's still keen to play
He
Australia? isn't he?
retired.
No, I don't think he has yet.
No, I remember his missus put something else at the World
No, it
Cup.
was, and then I came back and said, "Nah, fake news." I reckon we need him.
Yes.
He's the best we've got.
Well, if we're doing that, then someone's missing out from these wingers.
You got to have Corabetti on one, do you?
Yeah,
Yes.
100%. Like he's got to be in there. But then you're getting rid of a Corey Toole or someone else that's coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy to do that. Marika
For
Corabetti.
another few years, yeah, I'm happy to do that.
For people that don't rate Marika Corabetti, watch him off the ball.
Yeah, it's just because he's
Oh my
33,
goodness.
34.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's only got.
I
two
don't
yet.
think he's at the next World
Yeah,
Cup.
No way.
So,
British
what
Irish
point do you
Lions?
start investing?
Yeah, true.
Role model?
Yeah, okay. Here's a good example of a league that has worked.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Anyway, then the European final on the weekend as well. Leinster taking on Toulouse. Leinster $1.75, Toulouse $2. Of course, DuPont in Toulouse. Rory Arnold, Richie Arnold as well. I think they're both in that team.
Peter Arkey.
Yeah. So
A few good players in that
yeah,
team.
that'd be a cracker. Leinster should get it done, but have you seen much of this?
Nah, I'm back in Toulouse.
Same.
Yeah.
Just any team that Anton DuPont's in, you're backing.
Yeah, that's
I'm
exactly
sorry,
what my
like-
thought
Yeah,
process was. It was
And
like,
they play
oh, yeah.
good foot. Both those teams actually play really, really good footy.
Yeah. I would love to see this live.
Yeah, how do you
That'd be
watch
sick.
these?
Not on Stan. You got to go and get this like.
Nah, these aren't.
Oh.
These ones aren't.
That's what I'm saying. They're not. You got to
Oh,
get like the
sorry.
subscription from. I can't think of what it's called right now, and it's actually annoying to watch. So just watch the highlights.
It'd be on Rugby Pass has a lot of it as well.
Yeah.
I know that. But anyway, so
What time are they on?
It's in over there, so it'll be midnight or 1 a.m.
France or
It's in Leinster. I think.
it's
Actually, no, it's in Tottenham. Having it Tottenham.
so yeah, it'll be 2-3 a.m.
Yeah. But the Japanese final is on Rugby Pass. It's like 3 p.m. Saturday afternoon. Don't worry.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, love
Love when the games are at that time.
Yeah, prime time. All right, plenty of footy. Let's get into Super Rugby round 14. Before we do so, as we spoke about earlier, the ladder is pretty tight. So Blues on top, 50. Canes 47. Brumbies 43. The Chiefs 42. The Reds 5th, 31 points. The Rebels 26 points. The Landers 23 points. The Drua on 21. And the Force just outside on 19 points. So still within a sniff are the Western Force. Let's get into the tipping from last week, boys. Back-to-back perfect weeks for myself, so we're coming in hot there, Reed.
Whoa, no.
Yes. I picked the Waratahs. You picked the Waratahs. And you picked
I thought we had two different. I don't remember you picking the Drua.
I don't track them.
I picked the Draw.
Neither do I, but
I'm too far ahead.
No, it was me and you did the Draw and he did the Reds. That's why you got 5 from 6 and you got 4 from 6.
Yes.
That was the only
I
difference.
thought we did two different.
I did pick the Reds.
I know you picked the Reds. I do remember that.
We did Drew together. And then, anyway. So the ladder currently, go upstairs, check it out. Tyler Campbell, 47 from 71. Jordan, 49 from 71. Rian, 52 from 71.
Oh, I'm dropping.
So it's close.
Holy
boys.
shit.
Yeah, it's good.
You haven't been overtaken.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying TMO. Because I remember having two different picks last week.
Mate, just trust the process, right? You sound like Regan. He's the same every week when I beat him.
Tyler's about to fall back in the first round of this one as well.
Let's get started, boys. Cracker to get things moving. Chiefs and the Hurricanes.
Chiefs head, not your heart.
My head is with the Chiefs.
Guys, can we do the promo first?
Okay, sorry.
The Chiefs are $1.62. The Canes $2.20. The line is 2.5. Jordy Barrett, captain, 12. The Chiefs unchanged starting lineup. As you were.
Probably an easy dub for the Canes.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah, not very good.
It's in Waikato. It's in Waikato.
Poor against the Blues. Poor last week.
Yeah, but now they
In Hamilton, the Chiefs have lost one game there in the last 3 years.
yeah, make it 2.
All right. Full crowd. Cowbells ringing. Rian wouldn't understand.
I know
I'm
what the
backing the
cowbells
Chiefs.
are.
No, you don't understand when they're ringing and you're playing for them. Chiefs here for a win.
Okay.
I think it's a big one for them too, because if they win, it pushes them that little bit closer and actually puts pressure on the Hurricanes and Blues to play their players in the last round and not rest them.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
good chat. So Chiefs for Tyler? Canes, mate? Or
Yeah, Canes for sure.
do you reckon, what are we saying here? 1 to 12 either way?
Yeah, I think
1 to
it'll be
12
a
either
close game. This
Yeah.
will be like finals footy. They've both got arguably their best teams if no one's injured from the Chiefs still. Is anyone injured?
Nah, everyone's back on feet.
Yeah, so it's going to be unreal, this game.
Yeah.
So Chiefs win here and Canes don't get a bonus point. They go into 2.
Yeah.
So I think it's a big
Chiefs
game.
42 points. Oh yeah. Good chat.
Game of the week. If you're going to watch one game this week, this has got to be
This
it.
is the one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a
The
cracker.
Chiefs got way better points differential too.
So last time they met, it was 32-23 earlier in the year. The Canes got that done. The Chiefs won their last 2 at home versus the Hurricanes. I'm going to go with Tyler on this one. Back the Chiefs. Get it done in a close one for me. All right, let's go up. Next up, the Brumbies taking on the Rebels in Canberra, $1.13. The Brumbies, $5.25. The Rebels, 15.5 is the line. Corey Toole is back. Tupou is back for the Rebels along with Kellaway. Jake Strawn at 10. Carter Gordon out.
Jeez. Oh, he got injured? Something happened?
So that head knock was an actual
Yeah,
head knock.
well, it must have been. I haven't seen why, but I'm assuming it's from that.
Yeah, Brumbies by plenty.
Jake Strawn at 10?
Yeah, he is a 10.
I know, but he's the 5th best 10 in Australia to be starting.
Well, he's not 5th, but he's
You know what I mean?
second best 10 at the Rebels. It's him, Mason Gordon. It's him or Mason Gordon.
Yeah.
Because Juicer was at 12. Yeah, they got. Fuck, yeah, okay.
Glenn
Who's
gets
the-
a nod again. I'm happy about that. He
played-
impressed.
He played well last week, didn't
Yeah,
he?
see?
Really well.
I said.
I know you, mate.
Just get him in there.
He's good.
Maybe I should start coaching.
Yeah, well, let's just stick to podcast.
Oh, no, talent ID. That's what I should do. That should
Should
be
do
my
what?
job. Talent ID.
Oh, yeah. In fact,
Yeah.
you should do that.
Scouting. Okay, I picked the Brumbies.
Yeah, I reckon Brumbies. What's the line?
15.5.
Go Glenn.
Brumbies to cover the line.
Yeah, Brumbies too. Just
I just think Carter Gordon is a big loss for the Rebels.
yeah.
Um,
It helps to got Kellaway back a little bit, but
I think scrum time will be tough for the Rebels too. Like that Brumbies scrum starting to look really, really good.
yeah.
So it's gonna be a tough one for them.
Absolutely. I agree. Brumbies by plenty. Corey Toole for a try, at least 1, maybe even 2. The big fella's maybe fired up. He's been away for a few weeks.
On the note of the Brumbies,
Mm.
Tom Wright has been playing outstanding.
Yep.
Yeah. Hager's little show and go last week for the try.
I was going to bring that
Did
into
both
my
doubles.
razzle
Like-
dazzle.
He is playing out like he deserves a Wallaby spot, and is probably the
But where do you put him?
fullback.
15.
I think he's better than Callaway as a 15.
Yeah, okay.
I think Callaway's the other winger if it's Corabetti.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Corabetti.
Do you reckon he's always done like just dumb shit at test level though. A few times he got a crack.
Who
Right.
hasn't for the Wallabies? Like, everyone gets crucified for it.
Yeah,
Because they're playing the top teams. At least he tries.
True. Yeah.
That's what annoys me. I'd rather
I'm the
someone that's
problem,
going to try.
Yeah, fair. Sorry.
No, I'm not saying you're the
No, it's
problem.
fine.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. So here's your 15 for the Wallabies. Tommy Wright, give him a crack.
On current form,
He's been playing
Yeah,
well.
I agree.
I don't think he played bad last year when he got dropped.
No, that was just Eddie. We had something.
Like, Eddie just decided to flip the team around, and I think
Yeah.
he copped it on the chin more than anyone.
Yeah, absolutely did. All right, boys, all in favour. Brumbies too good.
Yep.
Lovely. Moana Pacifica against the Waratahs. Second last, first last. Moana $1.85, the Tars $1.87, the Lions half a point. Tane Edmund and Ed Hennigan back into the starting lineup. Parisi onto the wing. Moana unchanged.
Parisi
forward
on
pack.
the wing? Is that because he's leaving?
They've got a big thing around this
Was it Walton?
Joey Walton at the moment. Like, he's been starting over Parisi.
Yeah, I disagree with that. But, yeah.
In Auckland, this one. Bit of a fucking... It was actually a tough one to pick, to be honest.
I'm going to pick the Waratahs, to be honest.
The classic Saki coach week, and then they win.
Yeah.
That's where my head's
Bit
at.
of a thing, yeah.
Play for your coach. If people like him as much as we've heard and the good reputation we've got behind him, then I think that's the best bet. But Moana win this. They actually go into 19 points, equal with the Force, into 9th place.
It's a big game for them, yeah.
So it's a bit of a tough one. Shit. I don't know who to go.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Can I go draw?
No.
Double points?
You should put money on that.
Oh, let him do it.
Nah,
No, let him do it.
I mean double my whole score, so you double the
No,
41.
sorry.
No, I'll go Pacifica just because it's in Auckland.
Yep, okay.
And I just think that scrum's going to be too strong.
I'll go the Tars. I like Tane Edmund back at 10. He's be good.
I don't know, he's been rubbish this year.
Yeah, well, hopefully he's not. Yeah, the Tars for me to get that one done. Next up, the Crusaders versus the Blues. The Crusaders $2.80, $1.40 are the Blues. The line 7.5. Perifetta back into the lineup. Rico Ioane back as well, and Levi Amua for the Crusaders at 13.
Yeah. I think this is an easy pick.
It is in Christchurch, remember?
Blues.
Easy picks Blues.
Yeah.
And this would be the one fucking game the Crusaders would
Win.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is-
That's what the
yeah, I
annoying
know.
part is me. Like, Cody Taylor's back in there. I've got to go with the Blues. It's a safe pick. And Perifetta's obviously a big inclusion. And here's the one. If Bowden Barrett comes back and plays for the Blues,
Yeah, I saw that. That's a bit crook, isn't it?
What?
They're trying to push for it, aren't they?
Nah.
can.
You can't do that.
no, they can.
What? So can he play for the All Blacks as well?
He's already playing for the All Blacks. Him and Artie are both signed on for the All Blacks.
Oh, wait. So Artie can come back for the Canes?
No. reason Bowden
Don't
Barrett,
allow it.
No, the reason Bodie can come back and play is due to the injury crisis the Blues are in. And they can go to the NZR and
Injury
ask.
crisis.
They're all out now. They're all...
Zahn Sullivan's out
else?
again. Their other 10 they had floating. Like, they've got...
Their backline's pretty stacked now, though.
Yeah, Rico Ioane's still out.
He's back.
No,
to
he's
Oh, no,
back.
Rico's back. Who's the other winger? Caleb Clark's out.
Yeah, cut it out.
Bryce Heem's out.
Heem's in there, isn't he? No?
No.
Oh, okay.
Corey Evans is at 12. That's, I mean, they've got a lot of injuries at the moment, and rather than the Blues or New Zealand Rugby having to pay for a injury player,
That was
Blues
good.
are going there because Bodie's already training with them and say, hey, now you don't have to pay an extra
Imagine
person.
they come back and Brody wins the comp.
Not fair.
that's
Yeah,
a
this
crook.
isn't fair.
But
This isn't fair.
Life's not fair, brother. Crusaders plus 7.5. Do you like that? Keep it close.
if the Blues win by plenty.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. I'm going to go Blues to win.
Yeah, okay, so we're all on the
So
same
I reckon it'd
page.
be close to what people think.
I don't think so.
Okay, I reckon it'd be close. Alrighty then, let's go to the Reds versus the Force. $1.20 the Reds. The Force, $4.20 outsiders. The line's 12.5. Josh Fluke, his 50th match. Tommy Liner back at 10. Ronan Leahy, the young Aussie 20 talent, gets a debut for the Force on the wing as well. Big game for the Force, so they can win this. Big game.
This one's actually hard.
What I like to see is Taj Annan on the bench.
Yes, he is. Yeah. I already checked. I already checked.
That's good for us.
I already checked.
And also Connor Vest on the bench.
Nice.
No, but on a side note, I think good to see Tommy Liner back in there
Yep.
after a few weeks off. I do think he's their premier 10. John Bryan, I thought, was solid last week. But the interesting thing for me, obviously, no Angus Blythe. Obviously, he's still out injured because he's not running around for us.
Wait, what do you do again?
Sternum by the sounds of it.
Man, he's unlucky, that guy.
I'm going Reds here.
Yeah.
Reds at home, obviously one reason. Second thing, the Force got one over the Reds in Perth. You don't forget about when a team beats you when you're on a run. Excuse me. Jesus. I think the Reds, it's a bit of payback for them. There's a bit of revenge behind it. I'm going to say them 13 plus.
Off a loss too.
Off a loss after an embarrassing loss.
Yeah.
All their players back and fresh.
At home.
At home, I just think it's got 13 plus to the Reds here.
I'll join you. Lock.
I think it's going to be close, but I'm still picking the Reds.
Coward.
I feel like
Back
the
to
Western Force are in some pretty good form at
I
the
know.
moment.
That's why it could be a good game.
Ben
I think the
Donaldson.
Reds going into that last game were in great form.
Yeah.
And they rested all their players and lost that form.
Yeah, I think that was silly.
And I
We'll
think
do that.
they're going to bounce back in a big way.
All right.
That's what I'm picking.
I agree. I'll go Reds to win.
Yeah, I'm Reds to win as well.
Reds to win. All right. And then we've got a Sunday game, boys, this week, which is exciting. Never get Sunday games in rugby. Highlanders taking on the Fijian Drua, $1.34. The Landers, $3.20 are the Fijian Drua. The Lions, 8.5. Billy Harmon back at 8 for the Landers. Valentini starts at 12. Caleb Muntz back as well off the bench. Last time he played was for Fiji when they beat England in August 2023. So good to see him back. He was gone when he was fit. The Drua need to win this. Well, both sides need to, really, keeping in touch with the 8.
Where's the game? And
Otago.
yeah,
What week? What's the week? I don't know.
14.
I thought it might have been Rio week.
I'll be brave. I'll go first. I'm picking the Landers.
This is not brave.
Sick, bro. Pick the favourite at home.
Yeah, I think the Landers get up here because it's a must win.
Just copying me.
I'm going brave. The reason I say that is it's a must win for the Landers and it secures them a spot in that 8.
It does.
It puts them. Obviously, this is 7v8.
Well, they can overtake the Rebels here if the Rebels lose, which they should do.
Yeah, and I think that sort of locks them in. It locks them into that 8 going into the last round because it puts them, well, assuming the Force lose, and the Satyrs, yeah, just
Put
gives
them
them
below
that
the
spot.
Reds. Yeah.
So they'll want to go in and lock in that spot, put them in 6th place. And the thing with 6th place is, you'd rather be playing the Brumbies than the Blues, Hurricanes, or Chiefs in that sort of top bit. So
Canberra's a hard place to play, though. Canberra's
who
tough.
would you rather play, Geordie?
Playing Canberra in Canberra's hard.
Harder than.
You're telling me you'd rather fly
Yeah, nah, he's
to
full of shit.
Auckland or to
It's less
Wellington?
travel for the Landers. They just go up the road.
They do not want to play the Hurricanes or
Bro.
Blues.
Okay. You're right. But I'm just going to, arguing sake.
Devil's advocate.
Yeah. I got the Highlanders to win as well. Big pick.
Okay.
Oh, you're brave, bro.
Thank you, mate.
No, he's not. I was brave. You just copied me.
Yeah, sweet. All right. Yes.
No, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Fiji win this.
But why are you
They
back him?
can't win away from home.
Because
Why are you back him then, mate?
I'm trying to be safe. You're catching
Yeah,
me.
look, he's trying to hold his lead, isn't he?
Okay, well, I said it
Have
first.
Fiji won a game away from home this year?
Have they won and won? Surely won.
Because I'm thinking they lost the one at Melbourne against Moana.
Yeah, that was their best chance.
That was an away game. I can't think of one game away they've won.
No.
And they've only won.
That's a crazy stat, isn't it?
They got, what's that? They're on 21 points. So that's like 4 wins.
They're all at home. They have won a game.
They're all at home, or 3 wins. 3 wins and bonus points. Oh, no, because they've only got 1 bonus point. So that's
You're
4
always
wins.
making me. Okay, fuck yous. I'm
Oh.
picking Fiji.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so official,
Yep,
official
locked in.
switch.
Yep.
All right.
Locked in.
Re on the Drua. If the Drua win, you deserve to win the comp, mate. That's
Yeah,
good.
facts.
That's good picking.
But like, he's also just got.
That's be good.
He just dug at me and probably knew I was going to do that.
Yeah, we need to.
Well, I know Tyler probably did.
All right, so just recapping, all in agreement except for you two, or me and Tyler going the Chiefs, you're going the Canes. Tyler's going Moana, me and you on the Tars. Tyler and I on the Landers, you on the Drua.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, you hear that, mate? Don't whinge next week.
They won 1 game away from home this week
Where was it?
against Moana. Would have been in Auckland. 24-17.
There you go.
That's the only game they've won away.
Yeah, so they've got some work to do. So hopefully they can do it this week. All right, boys, that's our Super Rugby round 14 picks and preview. Plenty of footy there, plenty of fucking rough chat. Anything? Now let's go around the grounds here, mate. Anything? What else is going on in your life?
In the
As we-
world.
as we look to wrap things up here. I think I'll be on the lighter side, Ree. I think I don't know.
Let's hear something from you in
What was
your
Reem-
life.
Mate, I fucking run this whole shit show.
What was Rian saying before? I was annoyed with Hinge now that you can only have like 8 matches.
Yeah, what's
and
wrong
can't
with-
I
like other
fucking
chicks.
no, I
wrong with-
never said
what's
that.
He
wrong
was complaining. He's like, I want to like
never
more than
said
8
that.
chicks.
I never said that.
What's Hinge? What is that?
I don't even know what you're talking about. The door hinges at work because I'm a carpenter.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
you can have 8
is that what
screws.
you were talking
Yeah, something like that.
What's the matches got to do with doors at work?
I don't know. He said it.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you say you screw them in with matches or something?
Oh yeah, sometimes if you drill out the hole a bit, you just hit a match in there and then you can screw
Now
it
you
in.
only get 8 matches per box to do it.
Fuck,
And
I
then
have
you
no
have to
idea.
delete a match if you want to go liking again or something you were saying.
Bro, that's got nothing to do with carpentry.
Oh, sorry, I got confused. Wrong Hinge.
Sweet as. Cool. That's good, mate. Glad to see you back.
Got
here.
one for you.
Hit me.
Students have been seeing our podcast on TikTok.
Students.
Yep, from someone
Your
else.
students?
My students.
Oh, yes. Oh.
So I'm going to have to
That's not good.
start watching the language on the potty a bit.
So should I. Yeah, apologies.
So guys, can we keep
What
the
happened? What was
swearing
the
to a minute?
chat? Talk me through that.
I don't have to. I do what the fuck I know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no,
Let it fucking fly, boy. Who cares?
can't wait till I get fired tomorrow.
I'd like to take this time out to apologize.
No, I was sitting there and they're like, Sir, we saw you on TikTok. And I was like,
Whoa.
hang on. Like, I was going, what videos of me are on TikTok? Like, trying to think of it. And then, one of the kids was like, no, and they're not allowed their phones. So I was like, well, you can't really show me. And they're like, oh, and then
Yeah.
sneakily showed me.
Oh,
And it
what
was,
if the teachers see this?
oh,
Oh,
shit.
inspired.
no.
Where? And it was me sitting on the couch, us yarning about footy.
What would do you
One of the boys actually watches, like, properly.
Yeah, mate. We've got
He's like,
fans.
he's
That's
a
good.
footy, plays for, I think, the Boat Desert Warriors. So he actually plays Union.
Fucking shout out. Good
Yeah,
man.
shut
And he-
up,
you know what
boy
the thing is?
warriors.
I think he listened for about 3 weeks before he realised it was me.
Yeah, well.
Oh, no way. Oh, that's pretty crack.
So we're moving up.
Yeah, we love that.
So sponsorship is still Red Roo. If you
mate,
want to sponsor us, anyone?
Yeah, It's on the cards where we're going. That's good chat for you. I like that. Did you guys see Scotty Scheffler got locked up? The golf guy?
Yo, I went to go bet on him. He was still only paying $4 to win the whole thing.
He didn't win, obviously, but he came close.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but like
crazy.
I thought that his odds after being in jail that night.
He was warming up in the jail.
Yeah,
cell.
yeah, I
Full
seen
orange
that. Yeah,
jumpsuit,
talking
like-
about how he was stretching and stuff, like going through his daily routine, even though mentally he must be like
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
switched on, eh? Well, I mean, obviously.
What about the Queensland player convicted in the NRL? Or not
We
convicted
don't
yet,
know
but
who
up
it
for
is
it?
yet. Has it come out? Oh, let's
It
not.
hasn't come out.
Let's not go there here. But yeah,
Rumors.
not good.
Let's create a rumor.
Don't say that. Let's not talk about that shit. But yeah, very terrible fucking shit news. But
I don't even know what we're talking about.
I don't know, isn't it more
We'll
sexual
talk
assault
about-
stuff?
It was another Queensland League player up for
Yeah.
sexual assault.
Not good, mate. Not good. NBA finals today. Boston got done. It went to
Yeah,
overtime.
Jalen Brown hit a big 3 to send it to overtime, and then they won 133, 128.
Yeah, I want the Pacers to win.
I don't think the Pacers win.
No, but I wanted them to win today.
That was their game to win.
Yeah.
If they needed to win that game for confidence, and to lose like that, I think would have hurt.
Yeah, absolutely it would have.
I don't follow it at all.
No, I just see the clips and stuff.
College football game, new trailer
Oh, yeah.
announced.
Oh,
20
I watched
Did
that.
you watch the trailer? Looks fucking sick.
Yeah.
25th of July.
It almost makes you want to buy an Xbox again and play.
Well, I pre-ordered it last night.
Did
If
you?
I was you and I supported the college football, I definitely would.
I know. Are you going to buy it?
Yep, I pre-ordered it. I'll bring the PS5 around, mate. We can have like a little stream
That'd be
podcast thing. I was jamming it.
Yeah,
Bring the
smoking everyone.
PlayStation
No, you
around.
got to get into a bit of college football this year so we can talk about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, true.
We're giving him a team.
I can't wait for Madden. I already chose.
You know,
Iowa.
you're the Fresno State
No, he's
Bulldogs.
Illinois.
Illinois. Oh, no.
Oh yeah, Illinois. Let's go. Wait. Actually, who's like a semi-decent team? Where did DeAndre Swift come from?
Ooh.
I'll go for them.
That's a great question. I don't know.
I don't know.
He's
There's
my
so
favorite
many.
player.
Alabama? No.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised.
I hope
Every
so.
running back comes from Bama.
Let's go.
DeAndre
This is my team.
Swift. Currently with the Chicago Bears.
Yes, he is.
Fuck, he played for Georgia.
Oh,
That's a great team to get.
like the best team in the country.
Yes.
Oh, wrong Georgia. It's the other Georgia.
Georgia State? Georgia Tech? Yeah, Georgia
Nah,
Tech.
he's like.
I don't actually know. It just says Georgia. It doesn't actually say Tech or. So I'm
Oh,
assuming,
I'm assuming
that
it's Bulldogs.
it's the Bulldogs.
Let's go.
So they've lost one game. They lost one game in 3 years and somehow didn't make the playoffs. But looking forward to the new playoff system this year.
Yes.
That's going to be great to watch.
Okay, so that's my team. Who came out of there from the draft this year?
Brock Bowers,
Brock Bowers, tight end. We didn't get
Yeah. Oh,
Stetson Bennett last year.
he
was
went
with
top
the
10,
Rams.
eh? He was a
Bowers
tight end, went top 10.
It was definitely top 20. But
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he was
I thought
top
he was.
10.
Yeah, he was. I thought he was going to go 5 to the Chargers.
he's gone. Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I've heard he's unreal.
He's like a Kelsey, but I think he's actually better on the line at blocking and stuff. So he's good receiver and puts on a couple of kilos, he'll be good.
Yeah.
Can't wait to jam with my team. Who's your fellas' team? Because when we're playing each other, you have to use your team.
My team should be the highest rated next year. Ohio State, especially with our running back. We're looking stacked.
Mate, they spent like over $20 million on players.
I know,
Already.
it's ridiculous. We are stacked this shit.
Yeah.
20 million in
In,
college.
in the transfer
'Cause
portal, like
it's
bringing people
nuts.
across. Bro, they make more money in the college football than they do in the NFL.
Really?
Like, it's not even...
Well, no, but like
the
rookies.
NCAA.
Like rookies. Yeah.
No, not the players, not the players.
Oh.
I'm talking about the
Really?
NCAA.
That's what I was thinking.
It's out the
as well.
gate, bro. You think their crowds are bigger?
Yeah, I feel like NFL's worldwide though.
They give away shit scholarships.
What I did see today is the college basketball numbers, TV numbers, are higher than NBA's numbers, which is like nuts.
What?
Yeah, so for their
It's
like,
massive, bro.
equivalent,
College
The NCAA turns over so much coin
it's so good.
because people are so loyal over there to their alma mater, whatever they call it. Like,
Yeah.
they're so like, I guess
The frat
it's
houses.
patriotic. Yeah, the frat, like all that
Yeah,
stuff.
the
It's
frat.
the best.
Yeah.
I want to try and get over there this year is my plan. Should we go? Do you guys want to come on a trip?
Yeah, right.
Can you take some annual leave off work?
We just go on the school holidays.
Yeah, sweet. That'd be good. Go watch Ohio State play Michigan or something. That was fucking sick.
Oh, that'd
Yeah,
be
I'll
a
see what
game.
my boss
Not
says.
Penn State. Fuck Penn State. Clip it.
Well, yeah, don't say that out loud, mate. For a couple of friends of ours get upset.
Wait, who are you?
Who are you?
What's your team,
Well,
Bobby?
I'm Jordan.
Well, actually, I saw
Texas.
West Virginia versus Texas live in Morgantown.
Yeah.
So West Virginia has a soft spot for me. They suck, but
So that's your team.
West Virginia and all the Oregon Ducks.
Here, I'll
Love the
give them
Ducks.
Oregon.
Yeah.
They got the best uniforms.
I love
Hands
Yes.
down.
Yes.
Every
actually.
year they have like 5
The
or
green,
6 strips.
that green is just like, yeah.
But even like when they
Before
have the
I watched-
black with the green and
Yeah.
they just got real clean
Yeah.
uniforms.
I reckon they're going to be good this year, the Ducks. Really good.
Before I watched any NFL, I used to watch this fella who played for Oregon Ducks as highlights, DeAnthony Thomas.
Yeah, I've seen them. It's disgusting.
Those are the best highlights like ever.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes
Get a
that
good
highlight
feeling.
reel. We gotta clip it. We gotta clip it. Chuck the highlight reel over
What do you
when
say?
he's turning that fella
What do you
inside
say
out.
we? You mean me?
No, I do all that
Yeah,
stuff.
can you guys start clipping some shit? Help me out. Fucking hell.
Acting like we don't work hard.
Yeah, what the
Yeah,
hell?
shit.
I was gonna say Arch Manning. That's the other one. Does he play this year?
Well, yours is still there, so
I know, it's
probably-
interesting,
Probably
like,
not. I think. Quinn's
Why
still
did he
their
not
guy.
go in the portal?
Because he's probably this is Quinn's last year, yeah.
Yeah, but now he's gonna get 1-2 years of college before the draft.
Yeah, I don't know, but he's staying at the moment.
Interesting one.
It is,
He has no idea who we're talking about.
Nope.
but you're
Peyton
about to.
Manning's-
Yeah,
Peyton
yeah. I'll
Manning-
know soon.
Peyton Manning's Eli Manning's nephew.
Yeah, nephew.
Yeah.
He's gone like just highly touted out of high school. Went to Texas. They have a gun quarterback there. Like first year, you thought he'd sit, like learn the way, learn
Yeah.
the reps, and then the quarterback decided to come back and not declare for the draft. So now he's gonna have to spend another year on the sidelines.
Oh.
While that other quarterback plays another year, and that other quarterback is freaking
He's
good.
good. Yeah.
Like it's not like he's a shit quarterback.
Wait, he didn't want to go because Caleb Williams was number one no matter what.
I don't know. They just want to run it back one more time.
Would he have
Maybe.
been
Who's
first
just-
round?
Oh,
Probably not. This year was a good QB class.
it was a great QB. Well,
So he probably.
we think it's good. You never know till
Yeah.
they get to the
They
NFL.
could all,
Yeah,
be, could all be
facts.
bust. We don't know. Anyway, we'll look to wrap up here. But thoughts on Magic Round? Quickly, a bit of rugby league. Hell of a weekend of. Have you guys ever done the Magic Round?
No, like I've thought about it, but like obviously just clashes with like middle of the year.
Yeah,
With
'cause it
so
only
much
worked for
going
us,
on.
but-
Up the waz.
Up the wires.
Yeah.
Yo.
11,
Big
11
penny.
starting players not around.
Yeah, impressive. That was the one game I got wrong.
Yeah, but it's just waz doing waz shit.
It's the
though.
most Warriors thing ever.
You watch them lose this week.
Lose to the
Yeah,
freaking
yeah.
Titans, Knights, and Dragons in a row, and then go and beat the freaking
Beat
Penrith
the
Panthers.
three-time premiership.
Like it's the most Warriors thing.
Without Sean Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Without Tohu Harris.
Yeah.
Like it's just
yeah.
Wade Egan goes off in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. What
Like they're just that team of doing stupid shit like
Taint
that.
to a picky. Shut up.
He played well, eh?
Yeah.
Unreal.
Good Burley Bears, man.
That's my boy.
Regan always talks about him too.
Yeah.
Right? He played here, didn't he? He was Gold Coast guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I played touch with him all growing up.
True, yeah, talented.
So if
He
I
went to
decide to
Seba.
go on a trip, can I wear a cool outfit and do a podcast too?
What are you talking about?
Like Regan's outfit in the podcast?
Yeah, he's fucking one of a kind.
Yeah,
so
one of a kind.
He makes me laugh.
Yeah.
He's good. He's
That was crack up. I went to the boys' house and they're like, "Have you seen the Coleman Regan sing yet?" And I was like, "No." Nah. Then they showed me. I was like,
he's so funny.
"Only one,
Yeah,
only one."
He's away this week as well, so I'm just see what he comes up with tomorrow when I talk to him. But-
I seen that he went to the Naruto like theme park thing.
true.
Have you seen that?
No, I
Yeah,
haven't.
let's go.
That's a bit of you. You
Yeah.
fucking love that.
Yeah. Well, he loves it as well. He's Rock
Loves
Lee.
anime, yeah.
For the people that know Naruto, he calls himself Rock Lee,
Right.
and I'm Itachi Uchiha.
I haven't seen any. He's got a lot of tries. You haven't seen any anime fucking celebrations, mate.
I haven't scored many tries.
He's got
and
two
I'm
on the
just-
weekend.
I'm so fucking angry with our team. There's no celebration. It's
I meant to do it with him, but I'm normally tired or on the
Yeah.
ground somewhere.
it's not a happy year at the moment.
But it's gonna be.
Yes,
Turn
that's
around.
what I said at the moment.
Good man.
We're turning it round.
Turn around,
Yeah.
boys. On that note, let's wrap things up. Final thoughts? Anything for the people?
No, shout out to my high school students.
Shout out. Thanks.
Shout out,
yeah.
keep watching.
Appreciate the
Keep
support.
paying your teacher more.
Yeah, bloody earth. All right, boys. We'll see you next week. Good luck this weekend. Thanks for your company. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Bye.